Raiders. And we are underway in Foxborough. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Two and now on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Next, the receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. There's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Jalen Waddle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down at 7. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and goal, Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Damian Harris from 6 yards away. And the Patriots are on the board here first in the season opener. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll get that out wide to Waddle. And some space here.
They are not ready for
all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Now Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing Jones. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in Week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play there for the Patriots. These two teams all tied after one. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd and very short, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Tackle.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Patriots have moved out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe the Dolphin got going a little early. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tua going to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, they headlined the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Second down, here's Mostert again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 129 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 4th down, 2 departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Now Jones throwing on first down, eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Jones, flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And just like that, it's third down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Good job.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Throwing after the interception. Jones flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Let's go.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this returnable for Hill. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 44, Tua. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's into a crowd and he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, but the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 151 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Miami's receivers had the 2nd fewest yards of any receiving group in 2020, and the fewest yards in run after catch as well. Jalen Waddle, he might solve both of those problems. Taking 6th overall, he picks up a 1st down right there.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They hand it off to Mostert. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
Some good, strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 31, Patriots 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first three quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it is incomplete. I had a defender running right with him. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. And what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL, I kind of expected to see these things. A few bumps along the way, maybe not the plays you expect to see or want to see. But remember, he's not going to the Hall of Fame off this first start. It's going to be an accumulation of games before we have a fully accurate reading.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are right back in this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted,
on-the-job training. So he's got
a man complete. And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Finding some room at midfield, and he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mostert, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. This is Mostert. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Sanders' kick is good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Meanwhile, Jones throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Miami, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.